What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Donald Trump getting popped yesterday at a rally he was at in Pennsylvania. Y'all, this situation is quite insane. Crazy, right? Right. Crazy. So Trump was on the stage speaking at this rally. And then all of a sudden, there were like 8 to 10 gunshots. Trump then gets hit. He holds his ear and then he falls down to the ground. And then the Secret Service agents jumped on top of him. Then the snipers surrounded him. And once everything is clear, they stand up. Donald throws a fist pump in the air. And then they escort him to the SUV to be transported to the hospital. The assailant who popped Donald Trump was 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, and he was unalived yesterday as well. Okay, so y'all saw that video and I sped it up just a little bit only because of like copyright issues with YouTube. And so y'all saw that it was very crazy. People were like very confused on what was going on. People were thinking that it was firecrackers that was going off. And the man was on top of the roof when he popped Donald, and in turn the snipers popped him, and so he is no longer here.
You can see the person there on the rooftop. This is after the Secret Service, it appears, has already shot and killed this person. They're down on that rooftop. That's where Elena Train is seeing that huge police presence right now. There's every law enforcement agency that you can imagine is at that scene trying to collect some of the evidence. She saw as well, Elena also saw an ambulance there. So it appears, again, as part of the crime scene investigation, all of that is being done as we speak.
Y'all saw that video. And at the time of the shooting, he did not have any identification on him. So they had to use other techniques to identify him. And from what I read, that they were looking at photographs and they were going to try to run a DNA and get a biometric confirmation of who he is. But, you know, they did later find out that his name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. And he is a 20-year-old. And it's being said that he was registered as a Republican, which is quite interesting. Very, very interesting that he's a Republican, but he decided to pop Donald Trump. Because there are some people making the assumption that Donald and his team set this up, and they feel like the Secret Service wouldn't have allowed any of this. They think that this is a staged ploy. They think that these are staged actors in this whole situation. And people are making the assumption that since Thomas was a Republican, that maybe he was possibly hired by Trump and his people to be a sacrifice and to actually come up with this ploy to pop at Donald and to possibly gain sympathy from voters just to vote for Donald Trump in this upcoming election. Y'all, listen, this is what I'm reading, okay? I am reading this, and I did see the picture of Thomas, and I'm not trying to be funny, okay? I'm not trying to talk about nobody, but Thomas looked like he got a few screws loose, right? He looked like he got a few of his screws loose in his head. So, listen, I'm just saying. And y'all, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. And in no ways I am a Trump supporter. But I'm just trying to figure out and just question this whole situation. Because if this was a setup from Trump and he took this big of a measure to set up an attempted assassination of himself, just to garner sympathy to get more votes. That's crazy. That's diabolical. That's when you can use the word diabolical, okay? Because some people be using diabolical out of turn. But that right there would be diabolical, for real. Because truth be told, Trump really ain't got to do too much because them Republicans gonna vote for him, okay? They gonna vote for him regardless. He's still gonna get some votes, but to take this measure to try to get more votes, it's crazy to me. It's very crazy because him getting shot is not gaining any sympathy from me. Not enough sympathy to go out and vote for him. Not enough. I'm serious. None. But we did see that his ear had blood on it when he got up. And so I don't know what people thinking. They may be thinking that it was fake blood when he dropped down to the ground and the Secret Service agents jumped on him. They probably thinking that he put some blood on his ear and then, try to pretend that he got grazed or whatever. And some people are questioning the fact that it took the Secret Service agents so long to react. And also the people in the audience, they just was sitting there. They did not hit the ground fast enough. So people are questioning that. And people are questioning the fact that once he got popped, he stood up and did a fist pump in the air. They're like, sir, if you don't got popped, why are you doing all that? Why are you doing that? Child, this whole situation is just too much, child. It's just too much. It is really too much. And quite honestly, I don't put nothing past anyone. So this could be a setup by Trump. It possibly could be a setup from Trump to garner votes. And nothing really surprises me nowadays. Nothing at all. However, like I said, if he actually did this just to garner some votes, that is diabolical. Diabolical. But listen, we shall see once more details come about. I don't see too much more details on it. I do know that Trump did speak out about the situation. He said, I got popped with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound, pops, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening. God bless America. So that's what Trump had to say. And I'm really curious to actually see the wound on his ear. If he in fact did get grazed, I want to see that wound on his ear. And President Biden also did a press release about this situation as well.
I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to give it, if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is, the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. Everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. So far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight. and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Okay, so y'all saw that video. And this is the most coherent I've heard Biden speak in a long time. Like, he wasn't confused. He said everything clearly. He said everything concisely. He was not over here mumbling under his... Listen, this is the most coherent I've ever heard Biden in a long time. Okay, he got his point across this time. Okay, but anyway, y'all, this whole situation is crazy. So what do y'all think about this whole situation with Donald Trump and his attempted assassination? Do y'all think this was a setup? Do y'all think this was staged? Do y'all think this was to garner sympathy just so he can get some votes? Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all gotta do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.